That was what I was when I was hearing.
Incredible violence that contrasted this moment is
Chemicals, the drugs that were on both sides. Also, Hamas was using, and they were using it. Life as they knew it 2 years ago will never be the same. They will never get the same sense of dedication and identification and safety and security that they had before. It's impossible to undo it and pretend it didn't happen.
I thought, yeah, but she has no rights.
This type of trauma, when you are captive or hostage, either in a state situation or in a conflict situation or criminally, it's what we call relational trauma. And this is why it's so malignant, because when you go back to your former lives or to your future life and you start building up your relationships in families, with friends, and relationship with your own country, with your own people, there is a betrayal that is in the relationship, and you cannot just throw it out. This type of trauma, when you are captive. For example, in '73, all of the prisoners like myself that were in Egypt were in solitary confinement most of the time. Only in the end we were in group. And for us to be in a group, for me personally to be in a group, was the end of captivity. When I was with other people in Cairo, in the jail, but we were in a group, I felt at home. So solitary confinement is a thing on its own, and we know it has terrible effects on prisoners and inmates. On the other hand, people who were in Syria that were in worse conditions, but they were in a group, they process it differently. So I'm not sure how we can compare the two, but I guess that the more lonely you are, the more constricted you are and isolated you are, the worse are the conditions, and the more difficult will be the rehabilitation, the psychological rehabilitation, and the physical one also, and the physical one. The daily routine, it was not just. But simply put, it really makes havoc and confusion with your alignments and with your identification. Now, the people that you feel that are closest to you put you at risk. The people who took you from there and made you a hostage also saved your life from the war situation. So, the good and bad are getting kind of blurry. And the people who were supposed to rescue you or to bail you out from there, like for the past 2 years, was very clearly that was being postponed. You feel being betrayed by them. I'm not betrayed by my enemy, but I'm betrayed by my own people. So incomprehensible. First of all, they don't have this. So I think it's impossible once you experience something to undo it. Maybe one day it will be possible, but now you take it with you, and because it's traumatic, it's getting so much repressed that it takes years for things to get out, through therapy, through experiencing. And then every time you have to cope with whatever comes out, and of course it changes you. You are no longer a prisoner, but you are a prisoner of your own experiences, and you want to get free, not just from the physical prison, but also from being constricted by trauma. And also you're very focused on your survival. Survival is. And when you are getting out of there, life becomes, first of all, very mundane and routine, no dramas. And you have to find significance in little things again that are not survival type. And also you have to be very attuned to so many different things on so many different layers. And you have to relearn to do it, because every time something goes wrong, you can get startled, and again it's this, okay, survival mode. The phone can take pictures better than you know. Because trauma is usually characterized by things happen too much and too quickly. And you want to have life slowly, getting people back to life, given time and resources for people to grow. I think it's in families and in communities and in the country at large to be very patient with people and not hurry them, rush them into being okay, life is back to normal, and let's get ready for the next war. Quiet, and suddenly it happened all of a sudden. There it was. Of course, people around are very happy and they want to engulf the person with the happiness, but it's too much. It's too much food, too much light, too much noise, and too much happiness. And making people all of a sudden heroes. It's too much to process, and I think the time is of essence, and you have to give people, to accompany them for the journey.
There was something a big article.
I think that everyone comes with a different trauma, but the loss of control and the trauma that they passed in the October 7, it's the biggest one. And everyone will remember different things.
يلا هاي I know
I think that it's easier to talk with me because I don't know him before, okay? And when they speak with me, they can tell everything. The first thing I say to the family and the hostages, that whatever they say, I can take it, okay? So they can tell me anything without being afraid that I will collapse or I won't know what to do with it. And we guide the hostages and the family how to talk about the trauma that they have been through, okay? Because sometimes the hostages can tell the family something very, very difficult, and the family won't know what to say, so they stay quiet in the room, and it's sometimes even difficult. The quiet is very loud. The issue of control is the most important thing about the hostages when they're coming back, okay? Because they were in a situation that they couldn't do anything without asking, okay? Even to go to the bathroom or to eat something or to stand up. So the control is the biggest issue with the hostages. We want to give them the sense of control from the first day they came back. Even with what to wear, when to take a shower, what to eat, everything. who they want to see now, when, how much time. Every time that you can give them back the control, it's a good thing. Some of the hostages that came back with difficult with noises, and we have to remember that in the first day in the unit, the doors that are closing, people that are speaking. I don't know to tell which one will come back with which trauma. It's very individualist. So it's difficult to talk what will be. We know that most of the hostages were in quiet places, so going out can be very traumatic. We learned from the last time that hostages that came together and been together in captivity, stayed together in the hospital, and they were a group. The family were a group, the hostages was a group, and sometimes they choose to be along with the family, and sometimes they've been together. It's always on the sense of control to let them to decide whether they want to do things together with the other hostages or along with the family. When they come back, we know them. We think we know them. Because we hear the family 2 years and we saw stories about them, but actually we don't know them. And we have to take time to do that and to know them. I think that Nathan prepared me and my staff to this moment. I'm a social worker many years, but I believe that when we think about the hostages and what they go through there, we know that as therapists, we know how to handle it, okay? And the most important thing is that we're together. We are never alone here, and we can talk with each other. Social workers love to talk, so we talk about it. And I think that when all of it will end it and we close the unit, we'll talk about it even more, and we will be okay.